Welcome everyone to week 13 of Xur, and we'll see what he has. This week Xur is in the Tower Hanger, but as I'm going to tell all of you, if you're looking to buy exotic, I would recommend not buying exotic. Next week he'll be the new exotics that he will have, the DLC and current original exotics will be at level 32. So I would just suggest, which means that they're going to have higher attack and defense stats. So I would just wait until next week if you can. Save your strange coins and just do it that way. So this week, let's see what Xur has. So starting with the extra items he has pulse rifle telemetry, hand cannon telemetry, and machine gun telemetry. He also has the void drive and the stealth drive, which he are selling to upgrade your rares into legendary. And he has brought back heavy ammo synthesis, which is something I thought he would never bring back. A lot of people were looking for this, which I've spent a lot of my glimmer to get heavy ammo, so I'm a little bit low on it, as you can see. And this is nice to see him bringing this back, especially if you need heavy ammo for doing the raid. Looking at his exotic gear, nothing new so far except for the exotic shards, and we'll get to that. Well, Xur has the Helm of the Inmost Light, which is great for the Striker Titan. It's a Striker Titan helm. The unique perks on it would be Relentless, which gives you death from above, and Headstrong. Comes with increased melee speed and melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb. It is a good helmet. This one actually has even good stats. Strength of 95 and max out to 102. That is very good. This helmet does seem to be better. Most people say in PvE, and that's probably true. I find it to be just as useful in PvE as well, because you can get the drop on enemies or height advantage. That way you don't have to put yourself in a dangerous situation. It gives you additional range because you can strike from above that you would not usually get with a Striker Titan. So just increases your survivability. I think it's more of a beneficial helmet. We'll see how the strikers fare in the Dark Below DLC. This is a very good helmet, and those are very good stats. But I will just wait till next week, because that 347 defense stat is going to be way higher, and the max won't be 402. Looking at the hunter, we have the young Arkham Arcara. I don't really know the correct way of pronouncing this. I've heard about 4 different ways of pronouncing this. Young Arcara Spines, that's the way I'm going to pronounce it. So unique perks on this is trip mine grenades last longer. Someone, and this is what I've read, and someone told me this, they actually last up to a minute. Don't quote me on that. I do not have a hunter class, so I have no way of testing this. Discipline stat is, I would say, good, but not the greatest. It's not like top tiered like it is maybe on the helmet. They do change depending if they're gauntlets or helmets or stuff like that. Increased reload speed for special weapons is great. That is always wonderful. And more super energy for grenade kills. That is definitely wonderful. For 13 strange coins, not a bad thing. This weapon, this exotic armor, I shouldn't say weapon, this exotic armor is good for hunters, more in Crucible, just because the trip mines are good denial things. They can deny you of places and areas to go. I think there's actually better exotic gear for the hunter. If you want these, get them, but I honestly think there's actually better exotic gear. So now looking at what the Lorelok has, we have the Light Beyond Nemesis. Looking just at the strength stats, they're kind of low this a little bit. He hasn't had this in a couple weeks. The Light Beyond Nemesis is kind of like the Crest of Alpha Lupe. I don't consider it to be good. Reviving teammates faster does prove to be helpful maybe in Nightfall, but in most situations it's not. Spawning more orbs is beneficial. That can be really useful for your team in, during the raid and in other cases, but the reviving typically doesn't seem to be always that beneficial overall. Increase melee attack speed is great. Replenishing health when you pick up an orb is it's alright. So this helmet, I would actually put it as, it's 50-50 as being useful. It's okay, but I think there would be better Warlock helmets out there. The weapon he has this week is Plan C. Plan C is a good weapon. It's not the best weapon. Well, I should take the back. It's a good weapon. If not the best weapon. I misquoted that. The reason why is the Plan C, it has some amazing perks. It has accelerated coils. I don't even know if I have it on my character. It's on my... Actually, I do. It has accelerated coils. It has CQB, which makes it really stable. Even has Smart Drift, which is a little bit more stable. You get more penalty range. Hip Fire. And the Plan C perk allows even faster recharge time. This thing is absolute beast. You even have increased range, Hammer Forge, and you have perfect balance. I got mine out of a Nightfall 2 weeks ago. This thing is absolutely amazing. He had this last week, and I'm surprised he had it this week. But I gotta say, Plan C is considered right now one of the best 5 weapons in the game. Period. That's it. So if you want Plan C, get it. I would say get it because it's absolutely amazing. The gun is... you can almost use it as a primary. It's so good. So yeah, interesting thing is the strange coins for weapons now are 17. They were before, if I'm not mistaken, 23. So that's kind of interesting. He has dropped them. Now we have the exotic shards, which if any of you don't know, you now need them to upgrade weapons and armor. So that's nice to see. And no engram. The engram is going to be coming back. I actually was looking at this. The engram will be random. It will show up randomly on certain weeks, and some weeks it won't come back. So you will see the engram, but it's not going to be every week. It just comes up randomly. So that's what we have this week for Xur, and next week it will be a different. We're going to see some new stuff. They will be carrying 6 gear and 6 weapons, so I'm expecting to see a lot of good stuff next week. So I'll catch you guys on the next video, and have